Today is a new opportunity to accomplish your incredible. So let's wake up each day with a fresh mindset necessary for you to win. I welcome you to Rise and Shine. Morning motivation for the girl boss with author, speaker, and founder of the Prestige Society, Nicole Doss. Let's jumpstart your morning now. Hey, rise and shine. Happy Friday, loves. I hope that you are just preparing for an awesome weekend. I hope that you take this time to celebrate awesome wins that you may have experienced this week. But listen, nonetheless, I just want to say, you've made it. You've made it to another week. You've made it through another moment of just helping to bless others with your fabulous company. So today, we're going to talk about, I always have one word for you guys. So today's word is stretch. How you stretch in your business. So this is the thing, right? We always want to stay in a spot where we are just so comfortable with where we are. We want to stay in this space where we are just so in this comfort zone, where we are so in this just status quo. But then we have a pity party for one, and we decide that, we don't understand why we aren't where we want to be. We don't understand why we aren't reaching the people we want to reach. We don't understand why no one's working with us. The thing is, you got to stretch, baby girl. You have to stretch in spaces that are going to take you to uncharted territories. You have to stretch those muscles that you didn't think would absolutely allow you to just bend and reach to these people where you really want to be able to reach. And what we're going to do is we are going to talk about the 3 different ways that you can stretch. So I have to make it fast because I got a house full of kids, and these kids aren't going to let me talk to y'all for long. So let's jump right into it. Number 1, write down the thing that excites you and scares you at the same dang time. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, it's simple. There's something right now that has been presented to you that you may have automatically dismissed because in your mind or heart of hearts, you felt that you couldn't really do it because it's something you haven't done before, or maybe you don't even know where to start. But the thing is that if it excites you and scares you at the same time, as well as if you've been praying for discernment along the way, then I guarantee you that it may be something that has been brought to you that's going to allow you to stretch. Okay? So that's why I want you to really start thinking about some of those things that excites you and scares you at the same time. So go ahead, write that down. Now, once you've written that thing down, I want you to pray and begin to ask yourself, what is it about this opportunity that scares you? The reason why you want to explore this is because at the end of the day, some people really have a big problem with figuring out whether or not, or discerning whether or not it has been an opportunity that has been brought to them by God, or if this is just something that's been created to distract them and take them off their paths. Now, normally what I find is that when that's the case, it's just because you were afraid or scared, and it's just so much easier to just say, oh, nope, this isn't for me, than to move forward in your greatness. This happened to me recently. One of my members of Prestige came to me and asked me to take on a position with her brand that I have never taken on before, like never. And I immediately dismissed it. I immediately dismissed it and said, you know what? Instead, I'm going to do, I got to do this instead. Like I can do these things. And the things that I told her I could do for her were all things I've done in the past, all things that had proven track records, all things that I felt, were within my wheelbarrow of like things I know I can do. And then maybe 2 weeks later, a group of women contacted me and asked me to take on the same role. So now it wasn't a matter of me just saying, I don't want to do this or this isn't for me, because I did try that. But then I said, you know what? let me take down this one thing and think about it. Let me take down this one thing and really begin to pray and ask myself, is this something that I want to really take on? Is it something that I really want to do? And, I was scared. So the answer really was no. But then I had to ask myself, what is it that scares you? What is it that scares you? What is it that, makes me feel like I won't be successful? What is it that makes me feel like I will be a failure and will disappoint these ladies? And I realized that a lot of what I was feeling was just insecurity because it was just something new. So, but when I thought about at the core of it, the core of what the role will call me to do sits so deeply into my core beliefs of who I am, of the Prestige brand, that I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because this is in alignment with my core beliefs, and all of the reasons of why it scares me are things that tap what's called, catabolic energy. So meaning if I feel like I'm not enough, I'm not experienced enough, that I don't have enough professional experience in this area, I realized that, if that's all the case, then fill the gap. Do the things you need to do to get the experience. Allow this to be your first time doing it. Listen to some YouTubes. There's plenty of YouTube videos on this thing. Why don't you read some things? And at the same time, use the same skill sets and competencies that you have in other areas that would allow you to be successful. So with that, I jumped into the opportunity because I realized that what scares me was not legitimate enough. Do not make things like insecurity and fear be legitimate enough to take you out of an opportunity to bless others and to bless yourself. So really pray. So your step 2 is praying and asking yourself, what is it that scares you about the opportunity? If you find that the things that scare you are just things that are wrapped in catabolic energy, it's not like I'm afraid because I'll die if I do this, because that could be a real thing. Like, I don't want to bungee jump because I feel like the cord's going to snap and I'm going to die. Fine. So then you don't have to move on to step 3. But if you realize that things are just wrapped into things like insecurity, fear, self-doubt, put those things to the wayside. Do the work that's required for you to be able to step into this greatness and do step number 3. That's right. Take on the Nike motto and just do it. Just do it. Just step into your greatness. Just step into your purpose. Just step into that area that's going to cause you to stretch and learn something new, because you are building a brand. You are building a company. You are building you in your purpose. All right, guys, with that being said, this is your girl, Nicole Dawes. I hope that you are able to take these little bits of awesome nuggets and apply them to your business somehow, some way, and it allows you to win. All right, guys, have an awesome, blessed, and productive day. Bye.